Good morning, my friends, and happy Monday. Welcome to a new week and welcome to a new vlog. Today is Housewife Monday, but I don't have to go grocery shopping today because I went to Target yesterday and because we are planning on hosting a little 4th of July get together on Thursday. The Sam's Club run is getting pushed to like tomorrow or Wednesday. So that leaves me free to do what I want today, which is always super fun. We have our little buddy Peanut over with us all day today. His parents are going to come and pick him up tonight. So we've got Peanut with us, who's being a very good boy while I'm upstairs. I'm so grateful. He's been here enough now where he's just kind of used to, oh, they go upstairs and I sit at the bottom of the stairs. He's very sweet. He's a sweet boy. You'll see him a little bit today. But the goal, the aspirations for today, as you can tell, I'm already in workout clothes. So the goal is to get all of the steps in, which I have slayed last week. I did so well. Y'all, I lost like 2.5 pounds last week. 2.5 pounds, I think. Or at least like by now, oh, it was so good. It was so good. I ate well. I ate in a way that I was proud of. I didn't feel overly restricted. It was top notch. And I got all of my steps in. This week is luteal phase week, late luteal phase week. And Flo is, by the calendar, due on Friday. By my body, who the heck even knows? She showed up like 4 or 5 days late last month. So I have no idea. She could show up randomly tomorrow. She could show up next Wednesday. I don't know. But at least in my head, I know that late luteal phase is among me. But is that proper grammar? I don't think it is. But usually, sometimes I use that as an excuse to slow down. But for me now, this week, I'm actually feeling really good. So as long as I continue to feel good and have energy, we're just going to pretend that she's not coming. And when she comes, if she comes, great. We'll mess with it then. But my goal is to actually get all of my strength training workouts in this week because I have not been doing that. I don't know why. I just can't explain it to you. There's no good reason. They're 25-minute workouts now, and I still can't bring myself to do them, and I don't understand why. So this week, we're done with excuses. We're doing it anyway, and we're going to use the consistency and the habit in the checking it off as the means to get momentum and motivation to continue. So that's the goal there. Like I said, Friday, we have a 4th of July shindig at our house. We invited a lot of people, but a lot of people already had plans. So it's going to be a small get together, but that's fine. We're just hanging out, having a great day. It falls on a Friday this year. I mean, what more could you want? 3-day weekend? Heck yes. So today, after I do the workouts and the whatevers, we're cooking a nice pork dinner that's hopefully going to get us through the rest of the week until the party. And then I want to do some cleaning and organizing projects. The main one is I ordered for like $8 or something, cleaners, dusters for the blinds. Because let me tell you, I am so tired of seeing the dust on my blinds, and every window in our house has blinds, and I can't handle it anymore. But the problem is it's so time consuming and inconvenient for me to clean. And also I can only get about halfway up the window because my arms don't reach. So my husband has to do the top half of the window, and it's just a discouraging cycle that makes me go, I'm not going to do that right now. But I'm so sick of it that I went and I found a product, there are 2 products actually, that will probably help me be more efficient and have a higher quality clean of my blinds. So today my goal is to actually knock that out so I can vacuum after the dog leaves and just, it all works out well. I'm also going to deodorize our bedroom carpet, which I think is going to be great. So we've got some like fun, unconventional Housewife Monday cleaning tasks to do today. So if that sounds interesting, grab yourself a cup of iced coffee because it'd be hot today, and let's get this day going. Okay, so, that's terribly backlit. Here we go. This is the thing that I got from Amazon that is the blinds cleaner. It also comes with a little guy. Hang on, let me show you the little guy. Also comes with this little guy right here. And I am a fan so far, but here's the thing. I did most of our downstairs with this guy, dry. And the amount of dust that I moved around and kicked up and yes, got rid of was repulsive. Okay, it was so much dust. My blinds up here are actually less dusty, interestingly enough, but I decided to, you know, read the instructions, and it actually said to get the blinds wet. I mean, look at this. This was one swipe from up here. Can you see? Can you even see that? I don't know. The bottom line is wet is better. Wet is better because I just took a clip, and the little bit of spray that I used actually worked out really, really well. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then the problem is I'm going to have to wash all these, and I think do the other blinds downstairs again because there's so much dust. What exactly is happening here? What you doing? What you doing, Peanut? You are a handsome boy. All right, so for lunch, I wanted to incorporate veggies in some way. And so what I bought at the store was what I'm calling Poor and Lazy Woman's Salad Kit. It is 1 bag of already shredded green leaf lettuce, 1 bag of already shredded romaine lettuce, and coleslaw mix, because this is where your cabbage is. And so I'm going to take this lovely vegetable and produce keeper. I'm going to mix all 3 things together, and boom, salad kit for us to do whatever we want with. And voila, salad kit in under 60 seconds. Okay, so here's my salad. Super easy. I just put the salad mix. I cut up half of a mini cucumber that I got at the farm market, put that in there. I threw some lunch meat on it, cut up some lunch meat, threw lunch meat on it, and then I'm using the leftovers of the dressing. I made the basil pesto vinaigrette from my Mediterranean cherry tomato farro bean salad thing. Very, very good. Also, it's a salad dressing. It's a vinaigrette. It's so yummy. Made with olive oil, all fresh ingredients. So good. So healthy and nourishing. And then, because there are exactly like no carbohydrates in this outside of, you know, the lettuce, which is like what, 1 carbohydrate. My dessert, oh wait, I put sauerkraut on my salad too for a little bit of a kick and for fermented foodness. And so I'm gonna have a healthy eating on the go bar as my dessert when I'm done with this. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, what? Hey. Hey. What? Gracie. 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 I'm sorry. She interrupted your moment. Hey. I'm sorry. You need to get down, though, because you're going to fall over. Oh, my goodness. You're so cute. Hey. Pee. Get down, buddy. Get down. You got to get down. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, happy Tuesday. I went to Sam's Club and only purchased what was on my list. Amazing. That hasn't happened in a very long time. What was on my list? Great question. We've got raspberries. We've got light English muffins, fig bars, grape tomatoes, Dave's Killer Bread, liquid egg whites, tuna, coffee, and our favorite pasture-raised eggs. That's it. That's the entire haul. More excitedly than that is this. I am still, for those of you keeping track, I still use the Soul CBD Sleepy Capsules, and I have been out of these for, I think, at least a month, and I finally got my restock in, and I'm not gonna lie, I am so excited to take one of these tonight and hope that I sleep better than I have had in several weeks, because I've not been sleeping great, and I firmly believe that this is going to help me with that problem. These are hands down, bar none, my favorite product that Soul creates. I am an ambassador for them. You can always use the code DIVA to get 30% off of any order from Soul CBD. And I highly recommend many of their products, but especially this one. Their capsules, it's 50 milligrams of CBD. I almost said THC, and I'm like, no, that is very, very inaccurate. There's no THC in this product. It's got some magnesium. It's got the 50 milligrams. It's got melatonin in it, y'all. It's got melatonin, and it's got a blend of all that other good stuff. Oh, lemon balm is really good for sleep, too. Oh, I'm so excited to have these back. You have no idea. Y'all, Dream Girl Summer is giving me a run for my money, okay? It's giving me a run for my money. I have not slept through the night in what feels like weeks. I wake up around the same time, somewhere between 2:30 and 3:30 a.m. every single night. It doesn't matter if I have taken or what dose of my trazodone I have taken. Mind you, I've been working on weaning myself off of 4 years on 100 milligrams of trazodone, okay? Realizing that it has kind of like slowed down my get up and go. And I immediately cut it down to just about 50. And now I'm at like about 25 and dabbling with like 50 every three nights. It's like 50, 25, 25, 25, 50. Y'all, just because it eliminated my get up and go, it apparently has eliminating my get up and go, reviving my get up and go, that's what I mean, has apparently also overstimulated my brain, and my brain just like, when I wake up in the middle of the night, it's like, and you're awake. And so this morning I had to get up. I woke up. I don't even think it was my husband's fault this time. Most of the time it's my husband's fault. I don't think it was my husband's fault this time. I woke up on my own at 3:30 in the morning. Got up to go to the bathroom. He was awake too. He's like, why are you up? I'm like, yeah, I gotta pee. Whatever. I got back in bed. Did not fall back asleep. Gave up at 4:15 and got out of bed. It is now 9:48 a.m. I have finished editing and doing the upload process and published a YouTube video this morning. I journaled 4 pages front and back in my journal. I have done over half an hour of reading, my Bible study. I did 40 minutes on the elliptical machine, and my 25 to thrive. My brain is not functioning today. My 25-minute speed train workout, all before 10 a.m., which is amazing. Now I have to shower and I have to make myself some food and have another cup of coffee. Y'all, the weird thing is, in this era of not sleeping, I've showed up every single day this week. It is Thursday. I have done my workout, done my steps, spent the time, done the wellness goals every freaking day, even though, and oh, P.S. Aunt Flo, due tomorrow. And I have showed up even though I've been progressively getting more and more tired and irritable and whatnot throughout the week and just not feeling the best. I still showed up this morning. So I guess Dream Girl Summer is actually off to a banging start. So let's see if we can't have a wellness day, Dream Girl Summer Edition. I've got a couple of really exciting things planned today, and I'm going to take you along with me. But first, before I get myself all distracted, I'm going to go take a shower and I'm going to make my breakfast, my second breakfast, because I woke up this morning, like I said, bright and early, and at 5 o'clock I decided I was hungry, so I had a healthy eating on the go bar. So this is really breakfast part 2. All right, I have finished my healthy meeting. It's so interesting when you have not been sleeping well for so long and then you get up really early. Like, I'm in like some weird sort of like daze, I guess. Like, I don't know. I feel like my brain is not exactly functioning nearly the way it's supposed to. But anyway, I'm feeling very good about what I have gotten done so far. Healthy meeting is done. I ate my breakfast, breakfast part 2, and it was delicious. It was peanut butter and jelly, light English muffin, and some eggs. Yummy, delicious. And here's the thing, I'm hungry again. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised because it's 12:45 and I've been up since I've been out of bed since 4:45. So I've been out of bed for 8 hours. So should I be surprised that I'm ready for eating instance number 3? Maybe not, but I tell you what, y'all, I tell you what. Anyway, I wanted to tell you about the 2 exciting things that are happening today that I mentioned earlier. So the first thing is I'm experiencing for the first time ever, a total bougie wellness babe thing. And I am going to an infrared sauna session. And I'm super excited about it because the benefits of infrared sauna supposedly are so very many, from increased metabolism, increased circulation, stress relief, insomnia relief, muscle recovery, all skin benefits, purification, detoxification through sweat and all that stuff. So many supposed benefits. But of course, y'all know me. Y'all know, I don't necessarily want to buy into it, but I want to find out if it's true or not. And so There are local places around me called Beam Light Therapy, and I happen to be on the mailing list of one of them. And they texted yesterday, and basically I got like a deal that was essentially like a month for almost free if you got 2 other months. So I have a 3-month unlimited membership, which means if I can get to going to this the 3 times a week, 3+ times a week, anything above 2 times a week is my money's worth, because you can get an 8 times a month membership, or the next level up is unlimited. But unlimited means you can go as many times as you want, like go once a day. You don't need to be hanging out there for 4 sessions in a row. But if I could go 3 to 4 times a week, there's a couple of, at first I was like, oh, but that's a lot of commitment. That's a lot of commitment. Here is my logic behind it. First of all, 1 month of unlimited is the same amount of money that a really nice facial that I want to get is for one 50-minute session. So if I go, I don't know, 12 or 13 times in a month, that's like 12 or 13 times more my money, right? Obviously it's not a facial, but if these benefits are actually real, then it will be a really nice wellness related accompaniment, treat myself, reward myself moment that actually helps the wellness journey that I'm on. The glow up, the dream girl summer, the Q3 goal, right? And so I have this membership all through Q3. And so I thought it would just be a really nice accompaniment to things, but I have never done an infrared sauna scenario before. I've done like the old school saunas where you sit and like you put the water on the rocks, like that kind of thing, but I've never done an infrared one. And what's cool is this is like a solo private sauna scenario. So it's just me in this closed off room, and I'm really excited to give that a try. So that is something that I have at 2 o'clock. And then the other thing that I'm doing is I have the feminine urge that I get every once in a while, like maybe once every year or two, to cut my hair off. So I have a haircut appointment at 5 o'clock, and I'm thinking like collarbone length, which is a lot of hair. I don't know how I let it get so long. And here's the thing, I love it when it's long, and I love it when it's long, and I love it when it's long, until I don't. And I have gotten to the point where I don't. And it's not that it doesn't look good when I do it. This is air dried and been in a ponytail and not at all done in any way, shape, or form. But it's not that it doesn't look good, but it's so much work to maintain. And right now, with all the other stuff I'm doing, I just simply cannot be bothered. I cannot be bothered to maintain my long hair. So for the summer, as I usually do, I'm gonna chop like, I don't know, what is this, 6 inches, 5 inches off of my head, and we're gonna see what happens. And I'm doing that at Ulta because did y'all know that like Ulta's reward program is my favorite program, but did y'all know that all of their salon services count towards your Ulta points that can help you get platinum and diamond status for the upcoming year? I am already at platinum status this year. It is July. And I'm already at platinum status. And half of it is because I get my hair cut there and I get my eyebrows done there, and it counts, which is amazing. So because I haven't fallen in love with any particular hairdresser here, I just go to Ulta and they do a great job. And so I have a haircut, and then I got myself a scalp treatment there too, because I've been having some like itchy scalp. I don't know if it's like psoriasis or I don't actually know if I have psoriasis. I've got the genes because my grandfather has it. So I know that it's in the genetic line somewhere. I don't know if I have it, but I do know that I have scalp issues sometimes, and they're for whatever reason being exacerbated right now. So I paid a little extra to have a nice little scalp treatment. And so today is basically a self-care day on the day that I absolutely need it most, because I'm so tired I can barely function, but I'm also so wired that like taking a nap is not an option. So that's where we're at. We're gonna go on some adventures today, and I'm kind of pumped about it. I'm not gonna lie. I really hope I love this infrared sauna experience. Here is what the sauna room looks like. It's got my little timer over there. Let me go ahead and get in and I'll start messing with things. Okay, here's my setup. It has begun. I have an iPad that they provide that allows me to, if I want to watch Netflix or something, I can do that on their iPad, on their dime, which is pretty cool. That is a washcloth that is damp, a mint washcloth that is cold because it is currently 143 degrees in here. And this little color button, so if you see that, these are all of the different light colors that it has. So I can do purple. The red is what feels most, ooh, I love that. Okay. So there's the red light, or there's a green light that helps reduce symptoms of stress, depression, and insomnia. I could always do that too. Energizes circulation. So there's light therapy in here and heat therapy. I'm not facing the camera towards me because I'm currently in a towel. So I'm going to hang out in here for a while, and then I have an actual, oh, sitting on it feels so good. I have a red light therapy session after this. So I'm going to just hang out here and get my sweat on. Okay, so I am flipping it around. Don't worry, there's a towel here. I am sweating, which is the point. The point. And how into this am I? I still have 23 minutes left, so I'm not even halfway done, and I'm sweat is dripping down my face in a way that working out does not do to me. But wait, here's the interesting part. Look at my heart rate. I'm running the workout timer just to see if this really does elevate the heart rate. And y'all, look at that. That's from sitting here and doing nothing. Nothing. Insane. Come on, focus. I just finished up my session in here. This is a medical grade red light therapy machine. So this whole thing lights up and you lay there like a tanning bed, and it's medical grade red light. Some information. There's me. Okay, look at that. That is a lot of hair on the floor. Wow. Well, hello. It has been a disturbing amount of time since I last picked up the camera in a single vlog. I think the last clip you saw was me at the hair salon getting my hair cut. That was Thursday, which wouldn't be a big deal if today wasn't Wednesday. Yeah. So it's been a very interesting, insightful, reflective turn of events, I guess, if you will. Like, the timing just happened to be what it was, right? Let's flash back. So Thursday I had a haircut, which, by the way, my hair's tied back right now, but like it's very short. I'll show it to you later. The problem with this haircut is I sleep with my hair up in a ponytail. And because my hair is so short now, the kink that you get from the ponytail is blatantly out here. I'll show you. It's blatantly obvious. And so like after one night sleeping in a ponytail, you have to like restyle your hair. And because I haven't worked out yet, I haven't done that. So this is the haircut length. And it like air dries with like a cute, funky little flirty twist to it, which I love. So that's the haircut. Look at that. Look at that. It's crazy. So I got my haircut and I went to the infrared sauna. Spoiler alert, I have subsequently gotten a 3-month membership to the infrared sauna, and I have been 2 more times already. And I plan on going 1 or 2. I went Monday and I went yesterday, and I plan on going probably tomorrow and Friday as well, to just add to like the wellness journey part of things. It's not a cheap thing, but it's also something that is supposedly like pretty high up there on like the wellness hack food chain. And I figured for 3 months where I'm not really planning on going anywhere, when I have the free time to do it, why not just try it so I can say once and for all, this is, I did infrared sauna and here's my experience. Did I find it helpful, harmful, whatever it is? I don't think I'm going to find it harmful at all. But here's what I will tell you. I leave feeling incredible. It's hot and sweaty, but incredible. So there's that, but stay tuned. There will be more where that came from. And then Friday was, of course, the 4th of July. We had a get together. We had 7 or 8 people that came through our house between the hours of like 2, and everybody was gone by 5. I used a grill pan and we grilled up brats and burgers, and we had a whole barbecue spread, or cookout spread rather, and we got to know some members of our newer small group better because they came, and it was just a nice time to hang out for a little while. And then everyone was gone by 5, and I looked at my husband and I was like, you mean to tell me we successfully threw a get together and we have the entire night to ourselves, the entirety of the evening to ourselves? So what did we do? Naturally, the only thing that made any common sense in a household like mine, we purchased the 1972 movie version of the musical 1776, starring Bill Daniels as John Adams. Most of you might know him as Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World. And as we listen to the Pod Meets World podcast and everything, we learn just what an incredible human and actor and master of his craft Bill Daniel is. And for all intents and purposes, in my husband's and my mind, Bill Daniels is simply Mr. Feeney. And so we were like, if ever there was a day to sit through a musical that would otherwise feel painstakingly boring, which it is, it kind of is, let's watch Bill Daniels shine tonight, because we have literally all evening. It was like a 2-hour and 40-minute show, maybe even longer. And while it is slow and old school and whatever, we actually sat and paid attention to it, and we're like, I wonder if this is actually how things went down in that room, the room where it happens, so to speak. It was actually a really great watch for the 4th of July. So we did that. We were able to watch some fireworks like from my office window, which was super cool. And then Saturday, Ant Flow started. And so and I didn't feel miserable. I actually felt reasonable. No insane, debilitating cramp-like situations, but something new was my cramping actually manifested as nausea this time around, which was very interesting. And that leached into, it was a Saturday into Sunday situation, and I was on at church on Sunday morning. So was my husband. We both had to be there, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at 6:45 in the morning. And so it was really interesting to have to be up in front of people performing and with random waves of nausea due to cramps. It was fine. It was great. The show must go on, as all performers know. So it was fine. But those several days, I was just kind of in a zone. And I actually looked at my husband on Sunday night, because we actually watched Frozen the musical on Disney Plus together. Highly recommend, by the way. It was an incredible production. Absolutely incredible. I've never seen the musical, and it was great. So we watched 2 musicals that weekend. My husband did the grocery shopping for us on Sunday, so I didn't have to. He brought me flowers. It was a very, very sweet weekend. But I even acknowledged to him on Monday morning, I was like, what's interesting is you and I literally spent almost the entirety of the 3-day weekend together. We Sabbathed kind of separately. He played video games, and I just kind of was in my little zone. But what's interesting is I noticed nowadays, the last handful of months, I've really noticed kind of this emotional disconnect when Aunt Flo visits. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just kind of I'm in my own little box, and I'm totally okay with being in my own little box. And even though I was right next to my husband most of the time during the weekend, I was I didn't feel like I actually connected with him on a deep, meaningful level. You know what I mean? So I was I feel like even though I was with you, I wasn't with you. And he was I can get that. I can relate to that. So it was just a very interesting observation that for those 3 days, the day before and the first 2 days of my period, I'm really just reserved. And so of course, if I'm not even connecting to my husband, what do you think my desire to pick up the camera was? I literally was I should be doing this. And the entirety of my brain was yeah, but don't. And so I didn't. And then Tuesday rolled around, which was yesterday, and I was I'm gonna vlog today, and then I let it. I allowed it to get away from me. And we were at our life group last night having dinner and just talking about, all the things. We get into really deep conversations over there. And we were talking about job progressions and this, that, and hustle and achievement mindset and things of that nature. And then I looked at some of the women I was with, and I was like, and you want to know what's really interesting about me is I am not at all wired that way. And I am finding the most beautifully perfect contentment and happiness and just overall joy and satisfaction in the fact that my life completely lacks hustle right now. And it's not that and like desire for achievement. And it's not that I'm not doing things. Y'all, in the last 10 days, I have lost 2.5 pounds with my period being a part of it, and the bloat and the PMS and all of that and the increased eating. Like, I'm on the money with working out and moving my body and making the proper food choices and being very mindful of the goals that I have in my physical space. But there's no hustle behind it, and there's no like the desire to pick up this stupid camera just hasn't been there. And I was like, and the killer is I can't get myself to care, which is so interesting. But in order to get the ball rolling, like I have to. So today I was like, I don't have a choice. I need to talk to you, my people, because I love you, my people. And there's just this weird disconnect of like, I'm so content where life is right now that it's often hard to be like, but all of these aspirational things. Can you relate to that? Is that something that is resonating with you at all? I know that if you are an Enneagram 9 type, you might actually resonate with it more than if you were a different Enneagram number. So I'd be very curious to know, does this idea of like being content in the calm of life right now, blunting your desire to hustle in the area of life that needs hustle? Does that make sense? Anyway, I'm here today. And I did film a little Costco haul for you yesterday, which I will insert right here. I made a quick pit stop to Costco. Thought I would share with you what I got. Grabbed some eggs. I usually like to grab eggs at Sam's Club because they have the pasture-raised ones, but when you're almost out of eggs, you want to make sure you have eggs on hand. That is more important. This is one of my favorite things to get at Costco, the wild-caught smoked salmon. It is so yummy. It's so lean. It's reasonably priced for what you're getting. Ugh, I love it. I get it almost every time I go. These are a latest obsession. These seaweed snacks. Y'all, they don't get enough credit. First of all, they're freaking delicious. The sea salt ones are great, but the teriyaki ones, oh my gosh. But also, one entire package is 30 calories. Like, talk about a killer calorie deficit food. Y'all, you can get the satisfaction of the entire package. Seaweed is so good for you, especially if you're cycle syncing on or around your period. Really ideal to have the seafood or the seaweed snacks. I like them all the time though, and the price cannot be beat at Costco, let me tell you that. Raspberries actually looked good at Costco today, so we grabbed 2. I saw this on Instagram. A wellness creator talked about her high protein finds at Costco and showed this, and I was like, you know, I didn't even think to look for like organic, higher quality meat, lunch meat in the lunch meat section, and I found this, and it is 3 9-ounce packs. I think it was about $18. So for what you get, the amount that we spend at the deli is getting ridiculous. So I thought this would be a really great way for me to, you only have to open 1 package at a time, so it stays nice and fresh for you. A great way for me to get my lunch meat in, which is really nice. I'm also all in on 7 Sundays. I freaking love 7 Sundays. You can see I have the same thing right here. I pulled this out because I think this is what I'm going to make for lunch. And I'm almost out of this, which is why I went and grabbed more. I've been making overnight oats with this. So I fill a jar with 1 or 2 servings, and then instead of milk, I have been using my Nuri vanilla protein shake. And y'all, it is so good. It is so stinking good. So I had to have more of that. And then they didn't have the other granola, but they did have this cereal. And I was like, you know what? I'm not a bowl of cereal type gal, but for the macros, this would be a great crunchy sweet snack. To like sit down and have a snack if you just need a little something crunchy and sweet. Yes. So we're going to try that. And again, the ingredients lists on the 7 Sunday stuff cannot be beat. Cannot. Pumpkin seeds, again, super good for you. And great on salad toppers. And we've got some salads planned for the next week. BioTrue was on sale, so I got some of that because I don't actually think I have much regular contact solution. More avocado mash. This Good Foods brand, I have been underrating. Most of my avocado mash is Good Foods brand, but I've started eating other stuff by them, and it's all amazing. It's all amazing. And then we restocked these guys because they were on sale. So a small but mighty Costco haul. So I guess, you know, I did in fact pick up the camera yesterday. It was just for one thing. So today I've got a healthy meeting. Oh crap, in 1 minute, I gotta go. So I don't normally do my husband's business laundry, and I didn't. To his credit, he started it and he changed it over. But because he is currently doing work, I am buttoning it, and most of the shirts that he threw in the machine were already buttoned. He has a couple of buttons, but this one he did not button. And I'm taking this opportunity to tell y'all, if you don't have one of these, you need one, because check this out. I'm disabled, for those of you that don't know. My hands, my fingers, my strength in general, terrible, awful. Not great. I function fine day to day. I can take care of myself and do most of the things, but some things not so good. This, look at this. Ready? Ready? Oh, look at that. And buttons, one of the things I'm actually terrible at, like truly terrible. Buttons, snaps, any clothing closure, not so good. Not my forte. Not something I'm great at. This little thing makes it, make a liar out of me is what it's gonna do. So much easier. So there's that. It's from OXO, and it's like, or OXO. I don't know if it's OXO or OXO. I call it OXO. And I love it. I've had it for years, and it is one, I don't use it often, but it is one of the most functional things in my house. Like, if I had to give a list of like truly handicap accessibilizing my house, this is one of the things. It's like truly, it would not be in my house if it wasn't for me and my disability. And it is just, it makes such a huge difference. Such a huge difference. Anyway, I'm almost done with that. There we go. Sorry I had to leave the last clip so abruptly. I literally looked at my watch and it said 10:59 and my meeting started at 11 and I hadn't even launched my computer yet. Had a great meeting. I went and I did nice elliptical heavy workout. We've been doing some laundry. What I didn't get to tell you is tonight, and I'm probably not going to be able to show you this because my husband doesn't like to be on camera and it's exclusively about him. But tonight, our friend, Danielle, is coming over. You've seen Danielle. You've met her on the vlog before. She and our friend Jenny were the ones who took us to Raising Cane's for the first time. She is going to do me the biggest favor that another woman could possibly do for me, and she is going to play fashion police for my husband. And every once in a while my husband goes through, I need you to sit down and we need to go through like every item in my wardrobe, and you, meaning me, need to tell me what's good, what's not, blah blah blah. The problem is there are so many minute differences in so many different things. The fit of the pants. Is this leg too wide or is this leg too wide? Is this good? Is this bad? By the end of it, I'm like, this is all just fine. Like, I don't know. And I can't do it again. I can't do it again. And he's in closet clean out mode. So Danielle is much more of a fashionista. She's 26. So she's what, 12 years younger than we are? Is she really only 26? Or is she 28 now? She's at least 10 years younger than we are. So she's young, she's hip with what's in, right? In style. And she has a good sense of fashion. She dresses her husband great. I'm sure he does some of it himself, but like, she's an active participant. So she, God bless her, is gonna come over and she and I are both gonna sit down. And he's gonna model things for us, and she's gonna tell us what he can pitch, and then we're gonna put together outfits, and it's like a whole start of a process. We're going to eliminate tonight and create wardrobe options tonight that maybe we didn't think to pair together. And then we're going to figure out where the holes in his wardrobe actually are, and for the final round, she's gonna take him shopping. And she's like, this is great for me because I get to spend somebody else's money. So I get the dopamine hit of shopping, but I don't spend my own money. And I was like, that's brilliant, because I hate taking my husband shopping because we're there literally all day and I don't know. So if you can go, and she's a lot more assertive than I am. If you are on the Enneagram, if you're into the Enneagram, I'm an Enneagram 9, right? I've talked about that. She's an Enneagram 8. She's feisty. And she's also like definitive decisions, all these things. And I'm like, this is the perfect combination. So she's coming in and playing wife number 2 this evening and helping me with my husband's closet, which I'm so stoked about. So I'm getting some of our laundry put away that doesn't need to be out for her to see. And then I'm gonna go pick us up Chipotle for dinner, and I'm so excited about Chipotle, and I'm so hungry. I'm making sure I'm saving room for the Chipotle. I've started doing with Chipotle, I get double meat in my burrito bowl, right? Which is a salad, but I get the salad, and then I do the I do rice, brown rice. I do black beans. Today I put in a little bit of corn salsa, right? Corn salsa, delicious. Lots of pico de gallo, the cheese, and I do double meat for extra protein. And then what I've started doing, I do guacamole from home. I do an avocado cup from home. And then I get my bowl and I cut it in half. This is what I did last time and it was brilliant. I just put half of it in a bowl and put the avocado in, and that's my dinner. And that leaves me an entire second portion, which by the way, it's plenty of food. An entire second portion to have for dinner tomorrow. Brilliant. So I gotta go pick that up soon. Then Danielle's gonna be here, and that's literally how we're spending the rest of our evening. Happy Thursday, friends. Last night was hysterical, and we were having a very, very big problem figuring out what Eric's color season is. So we know for sure that I'm a summer, right? Like we know that, we get that I fit in with all of the summer colors. I do tend to swing a little bit into autumn and a little bit into winter, but generally speaking, I am a summer. Danielle and I are sitting there going, what the heck colors are the ones that look right on him? Because a lot of colors, she's like, no. And she's cutthroat. This girl is cutthroat, right? So it was really interesting. It was an interesting thing. And this is like part 1 of like at least a 3-step process. The next process we determined was Eric going over to Danielle's house and trying on the clothes in her husband's closet because they're about the same size, and then using his clothes to help us determine what may or may not work for part 3, which is when we take him to the mall and get him a wardrobe upgrade. Super interesting. Anyway, I wanted to tell y'all about a little wardrobe upgrade I did for myself. I actually did something I haven't done in a very long time and bought myself like legitimate handbag. I have been using this bag since I got it for Christmas from Rad Rev, which is my mother-in-law's favorite purse place online. And it's great and it's functional and it's super light and it holds a lot of stuff, okay? But there's no structure to it, which makes it very difficult to keep organized. I lose my keys in it 500 times a day, and there's just no organizational structure. And because of the structure of the bag, I can't figure out how to make there be organizational structure. So I knew I wanted something that had a little bit more structure and bonus points if it had sections, right? And so this is from the brand Kira and Kenya, which is from Australia. That's right, I got these shipped in from Australia, and it's vegan leather. And they were having a sale, so this was like a 50% off bag. I got 2 bags for $135 total. And they both have 3 pouches. I think this is the Leah. So it has 2 pouches on either side with a snap, and then there's a zipper pouch in the middle. And so I got the pink one because it is a summer pink and it is fun. It's fun. And when's the last time I bought myself a fun bag that wasn't like Harry Potter themed, you know? So like classy, but still fun, right? And then I got myself this one, which has gold hardware, yes, but it was on sale. So the gold hardware was a bummer, but you can't really tell because of the warm lighting overhead. But this is actually a cool toned brown despite the gold hardware. So this is perfectly within my summer color palette as a brown, a neutral brown purse that also has the same idea with the zipper pouch in the middle and then the 2 pouches on this side. And I thought they were just, you know, a little bit classier, but in the day and age of like Prada and Gucci and Chanel bags and even Coach, which I've had Coach a lot in my life. And like that is the designer brand that I loved, 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 especially in college and in my 20s. But I decided, why go for designer when you can get quality and support a small women-owned business in the process? So that's what I did with these. And so I love them, and they're great, great sizes. This fits a Kindle quite nicely, or my sermon notebook quite nicely. And yeah, I wanted to tell you about those. And I think for now, this is actually where I'm going to leave this vlog, because if I don't put a stop to it, it's just going to keep going and going and going with no rhyme or reason. So rather than ramble on any further than I have, I'm going to sign off here and I'm going to start a new vlog. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so glad you're here. Y'all showed up with the emoji comments last time. So if you've made it to this point in this video, I want you to comment down below with your favorite food emoji. Okay? Take care. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.